It was a dark day for retail stocks, but gold played a starring role in leading the local bourse back into the black. I spoke to Ken Howard from RBS Morgans after the session closed. Ken Howard, a flip-flopping sort of a session really. What were the key drivers?
Look, it was very nice to see the market close in positive territory, but I was certainly surprised. We had a raft of companies going ex-dividend, so that normally puts downward pressure on the market, particularly when the likes of BHP and AMP and Asiano, some of the large companies on our market. We also had some economic data out today from Australia, which certainly wasn't for the positive. Some softer retail sales and softer job ads. And the economic data out of China was also weak, so weaker manufacturing orders for August for the Chinese economy. But we finished in positive territory. That all seemed to come as a result of strength in the consumer staples, utilities and property trusts. So obviously ongoing demand for those defensive stocks in the current market, even though most of the leads were in the negative today.
So you mentioned there are a couple of the major iron ore stocks, so pressure still on them.
Yeah, look, there certainly is. Atlas Iron was one of the major iron ore producers that finished in the red today. But I think investors are certainly looking towards China to see where is that asset-intensive investment going to come from. We've got rising steel and iron ore stockpiles. We've got talks of some of the major steel producers who've had a really bad year as far as profits are concerned, but talks of them having some tough talks with their banks. So it's a very tough sector at the moment, the bulk commodity players, even though it was the darling of the market 12 months ago.
Now, what's been happening with Virgin Australia shares? Because Etihad has now gone up to 10%, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, when Virgin embarked on this international strategy of theirs, and they now do about $1 billion in sales in that space, part of that was to set up global alliances. And Etihad's a fairly important partner for Virgin. I think they share about 24 flights a week with Etihad. So Etihad taking up about a 10% stake in Virgin. I'm sure it's a strategic position for them. They haven't expressed any outwardly expressed any desire to lodge a full takeover, but a 10% stake's enough to be a blocking stake. As I said, a strategic stake for a strategic partner for Virgin with Etihad in their international routes into Europe.
And I see Commonwealth Bank is issuing a new listed security as part of its funding. Anything to note about this one?
Yeah, look, all of the big four banks have issued preference shares or notes or some kind of hybrid security this year, and the Commonwealth Bank is doing theirs as part of rolling over a fairly large issue that they currently have maturing. So this particular issue is likely to be priced at the top end of the range as far as all of those issues are concerned this year, somewhere between 3.8 and 4% above the 90-day bank bill. And for those who are not familiar, the 90-day bank bill is the interest rate the Reserve Bank targets. So quite a healthy margin for a very good, well-regarded name in the Commonwealth Bank.
Ken Howard, thanks for kicking off the week for us.
Thank you, Tiki.